want to tell you about my favorite and absolute best manifestation technique. But before I get started, I'm Emily. I'm a transformational life coach. I help people get through their emotional and energetic blocks so they can learn how to manifest their dream lives and live a joyful now. So, I am a huge follower of Neville Goddard. I love his work. I love the law of assumption. I used to be super into law of attraction, but I made a shift within the last year, and this has always resonated with me. So on my TikTok channel, I break down Neville Goddard's books, and right now I'm reading the book called Freedom for All, and I'm in the chapter called The Annunciation. And specifically in this chapter, Neville discusses how one of the surest, safest, and shortest ways to manifest, that's what I'm going to call it, or to actually impress your subconscious, is to use the voice of a friend. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today and tell you guys how I use that and incorporate it into my manifestation routines. Now, just a little bit of a breakdown and things to keep in mind. Neville he talks about the Bible a lot. And in this specific story or chapter, he's talking about how if you think of the story of the conception, the Immaculate Conception, where, God sends an angel to Mary to tell her about the birth of his son, he's essentially sending a messenger, okay? That's the voice of the angel. Now, he breaks it down as, if you want to get technical, God is your I am. The Son is your desire. And Mary is when you actually step in, begin embodying that desired state. And again, this angel is the thing that gets you to that embodied state. And I always get a lot of questions. Well, how do I know when I've embodied my desired state? Or it's you won't be asking yourself that question is the actual answer. When you have embodied the wish fulfilled or the desired state, you're no longer going to be looking for evidence, asking yourself if you're there yet, telling yourself this doesn't work. You're going to start taking automatic action that lines up and takes you to whatever your manifestation is. I know it sounds, but it works. I've used it so many times in my life. It's been incredible. So this is a particular technique that I absolutely love to use. And what I do is I will lay down on my bed and I'll put a pillow over my eyes so that I'm kind of like blocking out the sun and the lights. And I will put on a white noise app and I'll just let that fan play. I usually set a timer for 20-25 minutes. And I will just do some deep breathing, maybe some square breathing. That's where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, or just even some deep belly breaths, breathing out, getting myself into this delicious relaxation, right? So this space where you're not asleep, but you really don't want to get up because you're just so comfortable. You're just really, you could fall asleep. That would kind of be like the next phase, but you're not going to fall asleep because you're going to do this instead. Before you do it though, make sure you have a clear desire in mind, right? And also think of a friend who would really be excited for you if you actually got your manifestation. Can you think of their voice in your head right now? All right, we're going to incorporate that into this technique. So once you're in this deliciously comfortable state where you're like, could fall asleep, but you're focused on this, you are going to imagine that you are either sitting with your friend at a cafe, you guys are catching up, or you could imagine that you're on the phone with them. You are in the state of listening, right? You can hear your friend saying things to you. You are so lucky. I cannot believe that you finally have this amazing relationship. You have been looking for this for so long and you deserve it. And I am so freaking happy for you. And this guy seems like the sweetest person ever. And I am so thrilled for you. And as you're doing this, you're going to get, and I'm even getting it right now, you're just going to get this really big like feeling of like, oh my gosh, yes, I have this. I have this and it feels good. And you're really just going to imagine your friend hyping you up. And a thing that I like to incorporate is my friend saying things to me like, tell me about your relationship. And then I'll respond with, oh my gosh, he tells me he loves me all the time. He's always calling me to check in. Like, we love to go do these things together. So I'll start kind of like imagining we're having a double-sided conversation. But if just hearing the other part feels better, start with that. And I will do that until the timer dings. And then I drop it for the rest of the day. I just go about my day. I do my things. I don't focus on my manifestations. Like, I'm not looking to see, like, is this actually playing out yet? I'm just living my life. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my laundry. I'm washing my dishes. I don't really want to be, but I am. And if you find yourself looking for your manifestation, that's just a sign to keep doing the technique. Because when you've successfully gone from this state of like wanting your desire to actually embodying the desire, you're not going to be so focused on it on the outside. And you're going to notice that you may notice that you'll start doing things differently a little bit. It's kind of weird, but you'll notice after the fact. And then you'll be like, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. So give this one a shot and let me know how it goes. I love this technique. It has worked great for me personally, and I want to hear how it works for you. So definitely, if you try it, drop a comment and keep me posted. Thanks.